Okay, we are back, and we have our final guest of the day, Alex Kennedy from Fresh Healthy Vending. Welcome, Alex.
Thanks for having me, Mary.
Great, great. So tell us a little bit about Fresh Healthy Vending. What do you do, and how do you do it?
We are the nation's largest healthy vending company, meaning that we have traditional vending machines filled with healthier snacks and drinks. Everything's natural. We also are launching into micro markets, which are an unattended kiosk, if you will. Everything from cold pressed juices, salads, wraps, in addition to the healthy snacks and drinks that you'll find in our combo machines.
So
in
freshly made foods, is that what I'm
Yes.
getting? Good.
Salads, wraps, cold pressed juices, even sushi.
What's
Wow.
a cold pressed juice? What does that mean?
It's a juice. We've got several different manufacturers here locally, and they will take juices with kale and apple and kiwi and everything from a juice for a cleanse just to have supplement to your diet with fruits and vegetables.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Very yummy.
So how did you get started in this business?
About 8 years ago, I was looking for something to do after real estate, after selling off a dating service that I owned for many years. I wanted to do something I could really get behind, something I believed in. And I found Nick Yates, who founded Healthy Vending in this country 8 years ago. We started with really just an idea. 4 years later, put 1,800 machines on the ground, over 200
Wow.
owner-operators, and then 4 years ago launched as a franchisor. And so now we have about 2,800 machines on the ground, 44 states, 3 countries, and over 220 franchisees.
Well,
Wow.
and you sleep when?
I sleep well.
You do?
I
Well,
do. I
success
sleep
will
well. Yeah.
make you nice and
That's
and
because she
cozy at
eats
night.
healthy, Andrea. Come
That's
on.
true.
Okay.
Yes,
But that's
So-
a lot of growth, though.
it is.
It's a lot to manage.
We're lucky that we had the 4 years prior to really prepare us for this growth. We've got amazing franchisees who all feel the same way, very passionate about getting healthy choices in the hands of consumers. And the market's helping us a lot. There's a lot of people looking for places to put their money to work for them. And this is a really good place for them to do it.
Well, and tell us a little bit about where we can find, not necessarily the franchisees, but where do we find Fresh Healthy Vending?
As far as locally, we actually have 3 different franchisees in San Diego County, and we also have corporate machines that we own. So we're in everywhere from, say, a Bellis Academy to military bases, Horton Plaza, Bastyr Academy, Mueller Academy, Rancho YMCA. So they're very location specific. So in
Sounds like you're in a lot of institutions.
lots of institutions, yes.
Okay. So lots of schools.
Lots of schools, lots of Ys, lots of athletic centers.
Okay.
And the new launch that we're going into for the micro market is more corporate environment, maybe a hospital, a law firm. We're actually launching this right now, and in the next 10 days, we should have 10 micro markets on the ground throughout San Diego. It's a really good opportunity for corporate wellness programs to be able to implement something to keep employees there, to keep them healthy, to decrease absenteeism, to lower their insurance rates, to be able to forward that corporate wellness program so you do have employees that are more productive during the day.
Well, obesity is a problem in every aspect of our society. I mean, for me, the market just seems limitless for you guys.
It is, and it's interesting too, whether it's Southern California where we are more aware, we do have more access, or Andrea, you're from New Orleans, I'm from Indiana. Steve Finley is on our board, he's from Kentucky. We have this conversation all the time. When you go home to visit, there's not a lot of healthy choices. It's not talked about. It's not prevalent. It's not accessible.
No.
And that's what we're trying to do. And I think launching this here as our test bed with our micro markets in an audience where it is a little bit more preaching to the choir, we're going to get a little bit more traction than, say, we would in a Mississippi or in Alabama. Yet when you go to those places, they're crying out for it.
Yeah, because when I go home, just disclosure here, I'm not looking for healthy when I'm in New Orleans for 3 days. Okay, I eat my way across the state. But living down there, I wanted to have some healthy foods to mix in with my favorites.
Yeah.
And I know that my peeps down there, my family and friends do as well.
Yeah.
So there's a market for it there.
Oh, there absolutely is. And here too, we when you go into, say, a law firm, that's one that we're going into soon. I can't mention the name. They have employees that work longer than 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want to run out all the time. They don't want fast food all the time. This gives them an option to go up and grab an apple or a banana or a fresh salad or a wrap or a baked kettle chip or a pirate's booty for a snack or protein bars.
Mhm.
You don't have to seek them out, and you don't have to rely on yourself to bring them from home and then be relegated to whatever junk food choices in front of you.
And they taste good.
They do taste good. All of them.
Yeah.
Well,
We've tried all of them.
One of the things I notice on some of my notes here are that I guess when you get started, there were 57 products that were available that could be classified as healthy for the healthy vending. Now you have over 6,000. How do you determine what qualifies for your healthy vending products?
The main focus that we have is on something natural. No preservatives, nothing on the back of that package when you look at the nutritional content is something that you're unfamiliar with. We want to make sure that what you're putting in your body recognizes it. Because if your body doesn't recognize what it is, it's going to store it as fat. It can't use it. So all the chemicals and all the preservatives and all the just fake processed bits and pieces that they put in there that aren't, your body doesn't know what to do with them.
We can't even keep Andrea out of your food while we're
I know.
talking
I'm
here.
trying to not
right now.
chew
I'm watching
loudly.
her.
I know. I'm trying not to chew in the microphone. It's so good. This is the cranberry apricot organic granola bar.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I was a little distracted there watching her eat it, but yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to be good.
Yeah, it really is just about finding what people like. So, for example, Barry, you were mentioning your son.
Right.
You know, he likes Coca-Cola. It's an easy switch to go to maybe a Blue Sky soda or a Hansen soda. There's a lot of different options, so it doesn't have to taste bad just because it's natural. And it just comes down to education. You know, letting people try these products. We do product samplings. So we launch one of our combo machines or a micro market. We'll sit down and we'll decide, okay, let's take a look at these products. What makes sense? What would this market like? Let's see what they like. And that's how we develop a menu. Looking at market trends, talking to manufacturers about what they're selling the most of, and really replacing some of those bad choices with better choices.
Wow, that's great. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-hosts, Andrea Kay and Al Arias, and our guest, Alex Kennedy from Fresh Healthy Vending. So what I'm seeing here is that you spend a lot of time, you have a full department dedicated to nothing but research for finding the best products, the best healthy products out there. Is that?
We do. Yeah, our products department specializes in just that. In our San Diego office, we have about 42 employees, and the products department, their entire function is to make sure that when we go into a school or a YMCA or a call center or a hospital, that particular market is taken care of. So why a pirate's booty might sell very well in a middle school, it might not do so well in a hospital if it's not a product that people are familiar with.
Right. Interesting. So
I have a lot of clients that are looking for active businesses, and it's part of their overall business planning and strategic tax planning. Do you provide services to the franchisees, like to collect the money, to make sure things are stocked, et cetera?
Yeah, the franchisee themselves, and you had asked earlier, let's say that a franchisee owns 10 machines. Some of them own 50 machines. So what happens is they have a point of sale with the machine or with the micro market. And all the credit card transactions, debit card transactions go through a third-party merchant services. They can also monitor what sells out of whether it's the micro market or the combo machine online or on their cell phone through an app. So they can see, oh, it looks like I'm out of Hansen soda, I'm out of Pirate's Booty, I'm out of Cheddar Bunnies, I need to go replace that particular product.
So the franchisees do that.
The franchisees do that.
Do
Typically,
they
it
have
is
to pick up money?
They do.
Coins?
Hopefully, yes. That's the goal. So, yeah, it does take cash and coin as well. Now, the micro markets are just going to be, they're cashless. But the combo machines actually take cash and coin as well.
Yeah, so that's an operating issue. I'm just curious. So the franchisee has to handle that.
Yes.
I mean, if you're an MD, and MDs can be making millions of dollars per year, right? And they have money to spend for investment. And something like this has attraction because it can be operated as an active business, and it can help you facilitate income tax strategies, okay? But I'll tell you what, if you say to a doc, I need you for 200 hours. 200 hours? Well, okay, how about 100 hours? 100 hours? I mean, they don't want to do diddly,
No.
right? So they need somebody to do that. Do you have resources to provide the talent to manage their franchise?
Well, the interesting thing about that is the majority of owners that we have as franchisees want to do something hands-on. For the ones who don't, there's a very simple fix. And I actually do have many clients who are physicians, and it ends up that they find a family member or a friend or someone to actually own and operate the franchise. Well, not own it, they would own it, but to operate the actual machines themselves. If you have 20 machines on the ground, you're probably working 20 hours a week. It's not that big of a time commitment to run the machines.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, we're starting to run a little bit short on time, so tell our listeners how they can find you if they want to find out more about Fresh Healthy or they want to buy a franchise.
All right. If you want to buy a franchise, you can go to freshvending.com. If you're interested and you have a business that might want a machine or maybe a micro market here in San Diego County, go to freshandhealthy.org and we can connect you. Our telephone number is 888-902-7558.
Wow. Well, this has been educational, and also I've been having to fend off my partner over here from all your food.
Yeah, she's ready to eat now.
I am.
Yes. So I guess we have to wrap up.
Please.
So appreciate you being with us.
Thank you
and
so much.
We'll look forward to hearing more. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-hosts, Andrea Kay and Al Arias, and our wonderful guests today. We thank you for listening, and we will see you next week. Stay awesome, San Diego.